Welcome back to News Paradox, where we break down the world's biggest stories with clarity and intensity. Today we're diving into the heart of a conflict shaking the Middle East to its core, the Israel-Iran war. It's a clash of titans, a powder keg of history, politics, and power. Who started it? Why is it happening? And where is it headed? Buckle up, because this story is wild and we're unpacking it all right now. For decades, Israel and Iran have been locked in a shadow war. Covert operations, cyber attacks, and proxy battles through groups like Hezbollah and Hamas. But in June 2025, this cold conflict turned red hot. The trigger? Israel's massive airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, missile bases, and military leadership, dubbed Operation Rising Lion. Why now? Israel says Iran's nuclear program was on the verge of creating a bomb, a direct threat to its existence. Iran, on the other hand, insists its nuclear ambitions are peaceful. But let's rewind to understand the deeper roots. 1979, Iranian Revolution. Iran's new regime made enmity with Israel a core policy, calling it the Zionist enemy. Proxy wars. Iran backed groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza, clashing with Israel through these allies. Nuclear tensions. Israel's sabotage, think Stuxnet virus and assassinations of Iranian scientists, aimed to cripple Iran's nuclear progress. Iran kept pushing, stockpiling uranium close to weapons grade. 2023 to 2024 escalations. Hamas's October 2023 attack on Israel, followed by Israel's war in Gaza and strikes on Hezbollah, set the stage. Iran's missile barrages in April and October 2024, retaliating for Israeli assassinations, upped the ante. By 2025, Israel saw a window. Hezbollah and Hamas weakened, Iran's air defenses exposed, and a UN report calling out Iran's nuclear violations. Israel struck first, claiming it was self-defense. Iran called it a declaration of war. But who's really pulling the strings here? Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu says Operation Rising Lion targeted Iran's nuclear sites to prevent a catastrophic threat. On June 13, 2025, Israeli jets hit Iran's Natanz facility, killed top generals like Hossein Salami, and crippled missile bases. Iran's response? Furious. They launched Operation True Promise 3, firing hundreds of ballistic missiles at Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, killing at least 24 Israelis. Iran says it's defending its sovereignty against Israeli aggression. But here's the twist. Critics in Israel argue Netanyahu's motives aren't just about security. Facing corruption charges and political pressure, some say he's using this war to cling to power. Meanwhile, Iran's hardliners see a chance to rally their people and push for a nuclear bomb as a deterrent. Both sides have their agendas, and the truth, it's buried in the rubble. This war is a brutal tit-for-tat. Israel's initial strikes on June 13th killed over 220 Iranians, including key military figures. Iran hit back with drones and missiles, targeting Israeli cities. By June 16th, we're in day 4 of relentless airstrikes. Iran's advanced Hajj Qassam missiles are evading Israel's Iron Dome, causing chaos in Haifa and Tel Aviv. Israel's pounding Tehran, hitting state TV and even a hospital according to reports. The death toll? Over 240 in Iran, 24 in Israel, and rising fast. Iran's allies, like Yemen's Houthis, are jumping in, firing missiles at Israel. The US is backing Israel, shooting down Iranian projectiles while Russia and China call for restraint. This isn't just Israel versus Iran, it's a regional firestorm threatening to pull in the world's superpowers. Right now, both sides are digging in. Israel's Air Force has the edge, striking deep into Iran with precision. They've damaged Iran's air defenses and nuclear sites, but Iran's massive missile stockpile, thousands of ballistic missiles, means they can keep hitting back. Tehran's burning, Tel Aviv's under siege, and civilians are paying the price. The UN says Israel's strikes are causing unconscionable suffering, while Iran's attacks are devastating Israeli cities. Both sides are running low on munitions, but neither is backing down. Israel's betting on overwhelming force, Iran's banking on resilience and its proxies. It's a test of who blinks first, or who runs out of missiles. So how does this end? There are 3 paths. 1. Total war. If Iran goes all in with its proxies or accelerates its nuclear program, Israel, with US backing, might aim for regime change. That's a nightmare scenario. Think millions displaced, oil prices skyrocketing, and global chaos. 2. Stalemate. Both sides could exhaust their arsenals and agree to a ceasefire, but the underlying issues, Israel's security, Iran's ambitions, won't vanish. 3. Diplomacy. Trump's pushing for a deal, but talks collapsed after Israel strikes. Iran says it'll stop if Israel does, but trust is non-existent. The world's watching, holding its breath. Will cooler heads prevail, or are we on the brink of a wider war? One thing's clear, the Middle East is a tinderbox, and every missile risks a bigger explosion. That's the latest on the Israel-Iran war, a conflict that's shaking the world. What do you think? Will this spiral into a regional catastrophe, or can diplomacy save the day? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next update. Share this video to spread the word, and let's keep the conversation going. This is News Paradox, signing off. Stay informed, stay engaged. Next time we're diving into the global fallout of this war, how it's affecting oil prices, superpowers and you. See you then.